Hi, I'm Caleb McEwen from the Brave New Workshop Theater, and you're watching the UpTake. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of people say that the government should step in and force gas prices lower. And when I hear this, and I hear it a lot, it kind of freaks me out because the people who are saying it are always the most granola-laden of microbus dwellers. These are the same people who will complain about their freedom of expression being threatened or the government encroaching into their private lives, yet they seem to have no problem whatsoever with the government stepping in on one of the most basic American ideals, the free market. Let's say these same people were to run a shop where they sold, let's say glass pipes. All right? And let's say that people were paying very high prices for these glass pipes, but one day the government shows up and says, you know what? You need to lower your prices on these glass pipes, even though people seem to be willing to pay what you're charging. At this point, our odor-challenged friends would freak out. They would blog mercilessly. And let's forget the fact that gas in the United States is still comparatively cheap when you look around the world. In Europe, the cost of driving a car rivals NASA's annual budget. And let's forget that the entire gas price phenomenon is one of the greatest things that has ever happened to the environmentalism debate. When gas reaches $5 a gallon, Al Gore will spontaneously orgasm. And let's forget that to get gas, dinosaurs had to die millions of years ago, their bodies compressed under sediment and in incredible geological forces until their carbon structure was altered to that of crude oil, which was collected by putting floating cities out on the ocean that drilled miles and miles into the Earth's crust, pumping up the oil and placing it into tankers that then circumnavigate the globe, piloted by alcoholics that take it to refineries where it's converted into gasoline, pumped into tanker trucks that's then driven across the country by fans of the Bill Engvall show who put it in underground tanks with convenient above-ground pumping stations where you can stick in your Speedy Rewards card and get a free Mr. Pibb just for filling up your Kia. And after all of this, gas is still around $4 a gallon. That's about what you pay for milk, and all you have to do to get milk is suck on a willing cow. And finally, let me just say this. If you're going to make the argument that you can't afford to pay $4 a gallon for gas, that argument would carry a lot more weight with me if you weren't holding a $5 pint of caramel macchiato. I'm Caleb McEwen from the Brave New Workshop Theater, and you're watching the UpTake.